Well, here's a little progress. As anybody knows that installs car audio, sometimes you go backwards before you go forwards. I have to run power, ground, and remote. So as you can tell, right now it's a big spaghetti mess. All because I want to add one piece of equipment. So it all has to come out because all my distribution blocks and stuff are under this lovely piece of MDF that I'm also going to have to cut a little bit out of to get the wires to go in the right spot. There's my amps just chilling next to the tire. There's the tool set I was talking about. Grabbed that from Walmart the other day because wifey's always got me hanging stuff up and didn't have a drill or anything before. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now is these guys right here. Those are my power wires for my amp. So I got that one off of this distribution block right there. There's my ground distribution block. I got the ground running off there. I'm just using speaker wire to run the wire to the audio control matrix because as you can tell, the inputs on that are freaking tiny. So I'm gonna be using speaker wire for that. But it's taking a break. Figured I'd shoot a little bit of this because people that don't install car stereo, this is what it all looks like when you're knee deep in the trenches. Alright, little progress update. Been hard at work. It's a lot bigger project than I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I thought I was going to be able to mount it under my dash there, but yeah, not so much. But I got this little puppy. You see the power light on there. Pretty excited about that. So yeah, still plugging away at it. Got all the wire and stuff ran, but I don't know. I figured I'd do a couple tests before I screw everything down. So got power on this. Not quite sure why I don't have signal yet, but I'm gonna check that right now. Alright, so I got signal going to it, and this is really the meat and potatoes of this install right now. Right now I have my head unit cranked way up. It's on 40 to 45, and what you'll see here, turn the macro on for you, is I'm barely hitting 2 volts. And you know, that's what my stuff turned way up on my radio. So the whole purpose for the matrix is to do this. Turn that guy up to about there, so I'm barely hitting 5 now. See how it's hitting 5, and the other one I haven't turned up is still barely hitting 2. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that guy up too till it starts hitting 5. Alright, you see the poor old subwoofer channel there on the 3rd channel. It's still barely hitting 2. So my bass should really benefit from this also. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this guy up also till it barely starts hitting 5. Now I do have my bass, well, I guess my bass knob really doesn't matter right now, but got my subwoofer stuff turned down, so it is still giving it some boost. Wow, turned it all the way up and it still didn't clip. So this should make a huge difference now that it's barely hitting all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get these amps wired up and stuff. But I wanted to do a real close-up view of that because that's the whole point of installing this matrix, is to get a higher line level signal to my amps. Off to do more work. What's good, y'all? Alright, so I got the matrix dialed in on my highs. Holy cow, it makes a big difference. You see what my gains are now on my amps? See how it's on about, I don't know, quarter gain or something like that, and it gets loud. Holy cow, it gets loud. And I got these cranked almost all the way up because when I turn my volume at like 45, it just barely is solid at 2 volts. So I got the gains cranked way up on the matrix. So when I have it cranked up to about 35 to 40, it just barely starts hitting the 5 volt mark, which that's what I was looking for. So I think I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I gotta go to work in about 45 minutes, so Probably not going to screw the amp down and put the cover back on or anything like that. I'm just going to cheat and throw the sub amp in there, wire it, and the 15 in there so I can hear what it sounds like before I go to work. Alright, ciao for now. Alright, YouTube fans, here it is. After pretty much installing, took me all morning long to get it done. There it is in its new home. It's not mounted down yet, but I have to take off to work here shortly. But there it is. Had to move my my sub amp over a little bit to make room for it, and that was tedious. But as you can see, still no wires. Nice clean install. The difference on the mids and highs from this thing is freaking amazing. Probably tomorrow I'll do some sound demonstrations and stuff, but just from what I've heard so far on this thing, it was well worth the time that I spent this morning to install it. Lots of problems, like one of my RCA sets I found was bad, so I'm using a temporary one for now. I'm gonna get all new RCAs when I have the money, but well, I gotta get dressed for work. Probably gonna be late, but sometimes car stereo, you know, it does that to you. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit like if this is your thing, and I'll talk to you guys soon.